guys, my name is Elise and welcome back to another week with the Foundry Kids. This week we are learning all about wisdom just like we have all month, and we've got a really great story to share with you guys today about wisdom. So before we get into our lesson for today, we are going to stand up and sing a song.
Whenever I need some answers, God, I turn to you. You are my help when I need wisdom. You always see me through. To know that you're chasing after me, it makes me wanna run to where you are. God, you make this journey worth it. I give you all my heart. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. God, I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. Wherever there is freedom, I know that's where you'll be. You make me wanna do what's right and be the best version of me. To know that you're chasing after me, it makes me wanna run to where you are. God, you make this journey worth it. I give you all my heart. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. God, I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. I 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 don't wanna stop living for you, for you. I don't wanna stop running to you, God. I don't wanna stop living for you, for you. I don't wanna stop running to you, God. You're all I need, my source for everything. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. When I don't know what to do, you help me figure it out. God, I run to you. When I need a solution, I have no doubt that I will run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you.
Today's lesson is about a guy named Rehoboam. Now, if you've never heard of Rehoboam, that's okay. Rehoboam was King Solomon's son. Do you guys remember who King Solomon is? We've talked about him for the last 2 weeks. King Solomon was the wise king. He was the one where God asked him told him that he could have one thing, and all King Solomon had to do was ask. And instead of asking for like tons of money or tons of power, King Solomon asked God for wisdom. And so God granted King Solomon lots of wisdom. So Rehoboam was the wise king's son, and we're going to learn all about what he did when he was king. And this comes out of a book in the Old Testament called 2 Chronicles. So let's learn more about King Rehoboam.
Good day, everyone. I'm Haley, and I was just thinking, if I were going to go on a treasure hunting adventure, who would be the best person to take along with me? This is gonna take some wisdom. Wisdom is finding out what you should do and doing it. You know who knows a thing or two about hunting for treasure? Pirates! Arr! Pirates have been hunting for treasure for generations. She'd make the perfect person to bring on my adventure. Arr! I'll find your treasure for ye. X marks the spot. Then again, the only reason pirates buried treasure in the first place is because they stole it from someone else. I'm not sure they can be trusted. Sure we can. A pirate's word is her bond. That's the code of the sea. Arr. Well, when you put it that way. Hey, wasn't your eye patch on your right eye? Oh, sorry about that. Now, about that treasure. I wonder if I should take my Aunt Jeannie on my adventure. Oh, how nice of you to think of me for your little trip. Bless your heart. Oh, I don't know. She may be a little old for treasure hunting. But then again, she was an investigative journalist for Archaeological Digest magazine for 40 years. 42 years, dear? Ooh. You know a thing or two about hunting for treasure, don't you, Aunt Jeannie? I've been around, that's for sure. Well, it seems like a no-brainer. It's obvious who I should take on the treasure hunt. It's, thank you. Was a hard decision, I'm sure, but I'm the star that you've been searching for. In today's story, we'll hear about a king who had a hard decision to make. Follow the advice of his friends or people who are older and wiser. It's fun to talk that way. I imagine doing it for our whole adventure. Nope. I'll see you soon.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 10.
For over 40 years, King Solomon ruled over Israel. During that time, he did some pretty amazing things, like building a breathtaking temple for the Lord and a beautiful palace for himself. He received visitors from all over the world. He shared with others the wisdom God had given him. Much of this wisdom can be found in the book of Proverbs, including this advice on how to gain wisdom.
Walk with wise people and become wise. A companion of foolish people suffers harm.
Unfortunately, Solomon's son Rehoboam did not pay attention to his father's words. He believed his way was best. And when Solomon died, Rehoboam became king of Israel.
All hail King Rehoboam! Wow, check me out! Golden crown, spiffy palace, this is the life.
Though the kingdom was strong under Solomon, he made the people work extremely hard. Now the Israelites wanted to see how this new king would treat them. Led by a man named Jeroboam, they came to see the king.
Hey, you stole my name. It's Jeroboam, not Rehoboam. Whatevs, Jer. Now what do you want?
Your father made us work very hard. Let us take more breaks and we'll serve you well.
Sounds like you want to slack off.
We just need a little more vacay time. Then we'll be ready to give it all we got.
Well, come back in 3 days, Jer.
Jeroboam and the Israelites left. Rehoboam paced the floor, trying to come up with a good answer.
Yeah? No. Maybe?
Many times when Solomon needed wisdom, he asked God for it. Rehoboam didn't bother to talk to God, but he did at least talk to his father's wise advisors.
The people want me to give them a break so they don't have to work so hard. What do you say?
Be kind to them.
Absolutely. Give them what they're asking for.
You'll win their loyalty that way. Then they will serve you well.
Huh.
Instead of taking the advice of these wise men, Rehoboam decided to ask his buddies, the guys he had grown up with. He found them eating honey cakes and debating racing chariots.
Gotta go with gold rims, is what I say.
Nah, gold is all show. You have to add some diamonds for traction.
Hey, guys.
Yo,
What is up, my man?
People want me to give them a break so they don't have to work so hard. What do you say?
oh, this is good. You get to do the real king stuff now.
You gotta show him who's boss.
They think your dad was tough? Tell him my pinky finger's stronger than my daddy's legs.
Yeah, and my dad gave you a heavy load, but you haven't seen nothing yet. I am gonna lay it on you. Yeah.
Rehoboam frowned. He thought hard for 2 whole seconds.
Whoa! You guys are good. I'm totally doing that.
After 3 days, Jeroboam and the Israelites with him returned.
Hey, Jer.
Your Majesty, will you lighten the heavy workload your father gave us?
My pinky finger is stronger than my father's legs. My father put a heavy load on your shoulders, but I'll make it even heavier. My father punished stragglers. I'll double it up.
Rehoboam finished with a flourish. He waited for people to tremble and bow low.
Are you kidding me?
Jeroboam turned to the Israelites.
We don't want anything to do with this joker or the rest of David's family. Let's go back to our homes and start our own kingdom.
Hey, wait. No, you can't do that. I'm in charge.
Yeah, you're in charge of yourself. Good luck with that.
Jeroboam and the men with him marched out and returned to their homes. From that day, the nation was split into 2 kingdoms. Rehoboam still ruled in Judah, but Jeroboam was made king of Israel.
Totally not my fault.
Rehoboam failed to listen to his father's own words. Walk with wise people and become wise. A companion of foolish people suffers harm. Rehoboam's foolishness nearly cost him all of the kingdom.
King Rehoboam made the wrong choice. He should have remembered what his father, King Solomon, wrote. Walk with wise people and become wise. A companion of foolish people suffers harm. That means if you want to become wise, you should find someone who's wiser than you to spend time with. Jesus' disciples spent 3 years hanging out with him, listening to him teach, watching the wise way he lived. We should find someone to learn from too. Maybe someone older and wiser. Oh, thank you, dear. Because when you surround yourself with foolish people, you'll end up doing something foolish. You surround yourself with people who say mean things about others, you're going to say mean things about others. With angry people, you'll be angry. With people who break the rules, yep, you know what's gonna happen. But hey, you've been around, right? You know the difference between someone who makes wise decisions and someone who doesn't. So, pick your friends carefully and find someone older and wiser to be your mentor, someone you can learn from. Here's the one thing to remember today. Hang out with wise people. Ask God to help you find the wise people in your life. He wants you to have wisdom, remember, and he can use other people to help show you the way. So, what do you say, Aunt Jeannie? You want to go on an adventure with me? Haley, my dear, I was made for adventure. Well, all right. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Bye from me too.
Rehoboam really shows why it's important to surround ourselves with wise people, people who will help us make good choices. And King Solomon even wrote about it in his book of Proverbs. And we had a verse out of here last week. We've got another great verse from the book of Proverbs this week. Honestly, this book is just filled with tons of great wisdom. Definitely read it. But today's verse comes from Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. And it says, "He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm." So, did Rehoboam surround himself with wise people or not so wise people? And how can you practice surrounding yourself with wise people so that you don't make mistakes like King Rehoboam did? I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. It's going to be our last week in our Dig Deep series, and I've really enjoyed this series, and I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye!